My older two children are on spring break this week, so we tried something new, a father, daughter, son work day. It ended up being quite a spiritual struggle in a number of ways, but there were also some beautiful things contained within the day. One of those things was going into the sanctuary and transitioning the church from the weekend liturgical celebrations to the weekday liturgical celebrations. It was a movement from salutations of the Theotokos and the white and gold of Sunday in the Lord's resurrection to the somber purple of Lent. So we changed the altar coverings. My children watched as I did that. And we also changed the icon in the narthex from the Sunday commemoration to our icon of Saint Ephrem, the Syrian, holding a scroll of his Lenten prayer. And it reminded me of what is most effective in fostering the presence of Christ in our children. How are we going to mold their impressionable souls? Sometimes as parents, we're so worried about teaching the right thing and having them do the right thing. But when we invite children into our own practices and our own way of living, this is the much more natural way that tradition gets passed down, that life gets passed down. I want to read to you a little passage from St. John Chrysostom on marriage and family life. He says, in general, the children acquire the character of their parents, are formed in the mold of their parents' temperament, love the same things their parents love, talk in the same fashion, and work for the same ends. Elsewhere, he says that we don't need to teach our children many things. We need to form them in a manner of life, a pattern of life. Really, it's who we are. What are our patterns? What are our loves? What do we do? And all of this naturally radiates into the children. So as we continue in our Lenten journey, don't worry so much about doing Lenten activities and teaching them about Lent and doing this and doing that. Just try to live the spiritual life yourself and invite your children into that. Even if they can't appreciate it immediately and the spiritual fruits are not immediate, it will take root in their hearts. Do they see us have a spiritual father and go to confession? Do they see us pray in the morning and in the evening, especially making prostrations with the Lenten prayer of Saint Ephrem? Do they see us reading Scripture, talking about Scripture, reading a spiritual book, going to the church services consistently and on time, approaching them with reverence? Do they see us not just pass by homeless people on the road or as we walk downtown, but look at these people and talk with these people, dignify these people, show an interest in them, maybe do something for them? Whatever it is, our heightened conscientiousness toward Christ during Lent, all of our various forms of asceticism, asking forgiveness, so on and so forth, who we are and what we do will get into the hearts of our children. This is the most important thing. While the priest has certain privileges, like being able to bring his kids to church and to see some of these things in the sanctuary and for them to partake of them, that's just a small blessing. The major blessing is what all of us can do as parents, to live the spiritual life and thereby transmit it to our children, to live Christ and thereby give Christ to our children.